Now, Fiona
Yes.
McDonald is the Managing Director for Tradeswomen Australia Foundation, and her question reads, Minister Cash, the government is to be congratulated for helping build the Australian recovery through investment in construction and infrastructure. However, we all know that women are significantly underrepresented in the trades, which will be utilised during this rebuilding of our economy. In your view, is it important to engage women in the recovery? And how would you best invest in women for trade careers during this opportunity?
And thank you. And can I just acknowledge Fiona and all of the work she does, because I mean, you know that I'm very passionate about getting more women into trade because of the opportunities that are afforded. And when you look at the 6 priority areas in terms of the $1.5 billion modern manufacturing strategy, what opportunities there are for women. In the first instance, I'd say this. Prior to COVID, we had near record female participation in the workforce. That is a very, very good thing. Obviously, women were hit hard by COVID, but we are now seeing that situation rectify itself. In terms of the 340,000 additional training places via JobMaker, one of the things we've done as the Department of Employment and Skills is we actually did put the gender lens over with the states and territories, the types of courses that needed to be funded. So whilst we haven't specifically said these courses are for women, when you actually look at the mix of courses that have been brought into the fund, you'll very much see that a gender lens has actually been put over it in terms of the free or low cost training. In terms of apprenticeships though, 2 figures. The percentage of women in trade apprenticeships has actually been steadily increasing. So congratulations to employers on this call. 16.4% in March 2011 to 26.8% in March 2020. So that is a good step in the right direction. However, as we all know, there's way more to be done. But that is why we have such significant investment in either supporting apprentices and trainees. That was actually very important from my perspective. The companies were given that ability to keep their apprentices and trainees on, but in particular for those females who'd finally got that foot in the door, who'd taken up a trade apprenticeship and then COVID hit. It was so important. So even though it wasn't labelled male or female, it was a measure that I looked at very carefully and said, this is something we do need to do to support women to stay in their apprenticeships. And then obviously that additional investment of $1.2 billion to bring on 100,000 new apprentices and trainees. I mean, I have given a very clear signal. I would love to see employers going out and actually bringing on women into those roles. We also, though, do have, say, the National Careers Institute. One of the roles of the National Careers Institute is specifically, and Fiona knows this actually because she's actually on the National Careers Institute Advisory Board. And this is why we have people like Fiona on this board. It's all about raising the profile of VET, but it's also specifically looking at how to raise the profile of VET for women, including with the partnership that we have supporting and linking tradeswomen, known as SALT, supporting and linking tradeswomen. So what does SALT do? It promotes VET qualifications and career pathways to women to shift those perceptions and to help more women understand the benefits that VET can provide. And we also have, I mean, you've got Fiona sitting there in that advisory role, which is fabulous. But as Fiona also knows, we also have our VET alumni, our Australian VET alumni. We are doing so much more now to promote them because we have some outstanding female role models. So you have your general policies because you actually have put a gender lens over it. So you may not specifically label it, however, and then obviously you have the more specific areas of work that we're doing, and in particular through Fiona and her role on the National Careers Institute Advisory Board, and what we're doing with our partnership with supporting and linking tradeswomen, otherwise known as SALT.
Fantastic. And I think I speak on everyone. The National Careers Institute is something I think is well overdue in the vet sector to really promote some of the great things that are happening.
Thank you.
It's not getting picked up anywhere much as it should.